Good morning all of you. In the previous class we are solving the questions of chapter continuity and differentiability. We are solving some board examination questions. Now today we will solve some other board examination questions. So let's see one by one. First question is find the value of k for which fx is equal to our function is under root 1 plus kx minus 1 minus kx divided by x and divided by 2x plus 1 divided by x minus 1. If we have to give it x is greater than or equal to minus 1 and less than or equal to less than 0, not equal to, and x is greater than or equal to 0 and less than 1 is continuous at x is equal to 0. This function is continuous at x is equal to 0. We have to prove that this function is continuous at x is equal to 0. Then find the value of k. Sorry, we have to find the value of k in this question, and we have to given that this function is continuous at x is equal to 0. You know that for proving that if a function is continuous, then our left hand limit, right hand limit and value of the function at that point are equal. So what we will do here, we will find first the left hand limit of the function and right hand limit of the function and value of the function at x is equal to 0. Then we will equate this and then we will get our k. So let us start first. We are finding left hand limit. So limit x tends to 0 f 0 minus h. You know, when we are, if you want, we can write also x tends to 0 minus fx, and when we will change it in x tends to 0, we write f0 minus h. So limit x tends to 0. So here x is 0, x is less than 0, the function is this. So we write under root 1 plus k 0 minus h minus under root 1 minus k 0 minus h divided by 0 minus h. Now limit h tends to 0. This is what? This is, we can write 1 minus kh and minus 1 plus kh and divided by minus h. Now we get this function will reduce in this form. Now what we will do here, we will rationalize it. Okay, so rationalize it, we can write what? We will multiply here with under root 1 minus kh and plus under root 1 plus kh divided by 1 minus kh plus under root 1 plus k h. We are rationalizing this function, okay, with the opposite sign on numerator. So we are writing here, now we get what we get, limit h tends to 0. This is a minus b, this is a plus b. So we write a square minus b square. So what we will get, 1 minus kh minus 1 plus kh divided by minus h, and under root 1 minus kh plus 1 plus kh. Okay, now we will open the bracket, and when we will open the bracket, we get what? It will be changed, the sign will be changed, sign will be plus. Now we write what? Limit h tends to 0. Here we write 1 minus kh minus 1 minus kh again, and we write minus h under root 1 plus kh, sorry, 1 minus kh plus 1 plus kh. Okay, now limit h tends to 0. This minus 1 and plus 1 will cancel, and we write minus 2kh divided by minus h under bracket 1 minus kh plus under root 1 plus kh. Now minus h and h will cancel. Okay, now what we will do? We will write, now we will put the limit. We get 2k under root 1 minus 0 and plus under root 1 plus 0. So we get 2k by 2, and 2 and 2 will be what? Reduced. So we get our left hand limit is what? Our left hand limit is k. So we write here left hand limit is equal to k. Now we will find what? Right hand limit. Look at what we have done. We have to divide the question, and this function is continuous at x is equal to 0. So you know, if the function is continuous at x is equal to 0, then our left hand limit, right hand limit, and value of the function will be what? Equal. So we will find left hand limit, and we got left hand limit how? Limit h tends to 0, 1 plus k minus h. Here, now this is under 1 minus kh. Now we will rationalize it with opposite sign on numerator. So we write this here in the numerator. It is a minus b, a plus b. Now a minus b, a plus b, it will be a square minus 4b square. So root will remove 1 minus kh minus 1 plus kh minus h. This. Now limit h tends to 0, 1 minus kh minus 1 and minus kh, and minus 1 plus 1 will reduce. We get minus h, limit h tends to 0. This will be minus 2kh divided by minus h under root 1 minus kh plus under root 1 plus kh. Okay. Now this minus h and minus h will reduce. Now we will put our limit h is 0. Then we get 2k by 2, and 2 and 2 will reduce. We get what? Our left hand limit is k. Now we will find our right hand limit. Let's see right hand limit. Our right hand limit is what? Limit h tends to 0 fx plus h. Now limit h tends to 0. So function is for x is greater than 0 is what? This function. This is 2x plus 1 by x minus 1. So we replace it with 2, 0 plus h plus 1 divided by 0 plus h minus 1. Now we will put without limit h tends to 0, 2h plus 1 by h minus 1. Now put the limit here, what we get? We get 0 plus 1 by minus 1. So we get our right hand limit is what? Our right hand limit is minus 1. Now we will find the value of the function at x is equal to 0. So the value of the function at x is equal to 0 is what? The function is what? This function will consider, so we write 2 into 0 plus 1 and 0 minus 1. So it will be 1 by minus 1, that will be minus 1. So since we write function is continuous at x is equal to 0, our function is what? Continuous at x is equal to 0. So our left hand limit, right hand limit and value of the function at x is equal to 0 will be all equal. So we write left hand limit is what? Left hand limit is k, right hand limit is minus 1, value of the function is minus 1. So the value of k will be what? Minus 1. When we equate this, we will get the value of the function at k is minus 1. Okay, I hope you understand, no doubt here. So we will see the next question. Let's see. Our next question is question number 2, that if fx is equal to sin a plus 1, a plus 1x plus 2 sin x divided by x when x is less than 0, at x is equal to 0, the function is 2, x is greater than 0, 1 plus bx plus 1 by x when x is greater than 0. We have to given the fx sin a plus 1x plus 2 sin x by x, 2 under root 1 plus bx minus 1 by x when x is greater than 0. This is continuous function. This is continuous at x is equal to 0. Then find a and b. We have to find the value of a and b. This function is continuous function at the point x is equal to 0. So what we will do? We will find its left hand limit, right hand limit and value of the function and equate these all three and we will get our result. Okay, so let first left hand limit. So left hand limit is limit h tends to 0 f 0 minus h. Now limit x tends to 0. Our function is for x is less than 0. The function is this. So we write sin a plus 1 and 0 minus h plus 2 sin 0 minus h divided by 0 minus h. Now we solve it. we write limit sin a plus 1 minus h, and this is minus 2 sin h, and divided by minus h. Okay, now what we will do, this is sin minus theta, so we write minus sin theta here. Okay, now what we will do, we will separate it. Okay, now when we will separate it, we get limit h tends to 0 minus sin a plus 1 h by h, and minus 2 sin h by minus h. So if we are writing plus, we write minus here, and limit h tends to 0, because the limit will also be separate. So we write what this minus and minus will cancel, and here is also negative sign, so this minus will be also cancelled. So we write limit h tends to 0 sin a plus 1 h by h, and here limit h tends to 0, we write 2 outside sin h by h. Okay, now we know that this is the standard result, so value of this will be what? 1, so we write here 1, and for this we will make this, so we multiply limit h tends to 0 sin a plus 1 h divided by a plus 1 into h into a plus 1. We have multiplied and divided with a plus 1 for making it a standard result. Okay, now this is our 2 into 1. The value of this is what? 1. So we write again here 1. So 1 into a plus 1 plus 2. What we get? After solving, we get our result what? A plus 3. So this is our left hand limit which we have calculated. What we have done, our left hand limit h tends to 0, f0 minus h, limit h tends to 0 sin a. So for x is less than 0, the function is this, so we write this. Okay, and at the place of x we write 0 minus h, we have a place, and minus sin a plus 1 h. Sin minus theta is minus sin theta. Again here sin minus theta is minus sin theta. So right now we are separating both the terms separate and taking limits separately. So we write limit h tends to 0 sin a plus 1 into h minus h plus limit h tends to 0 minus 2 sin h by h. This minus and minus will be reduced. We get limit h tends to 0 sin a plus 1 h plus 2 limit h tends to 0 sin h by h. Okay, now you know this is standard result, so value of this will be 1. Again we are for making this term also, so we are multiplying and dividing with a plus 1, getting this is 1 again, so our remaining part will be a plus 1 plus 2 and it will be a plus 3. So our left hand limit is what? A plus 3. We have calculated. Now we will find our right hand limit. Let's see. Our right hand limit is limit h tends to 0 right hand limit our we will take x is greater than 0 and the function is this, so we write 1 plus b 0 plus h minus 1 by 0 plus h. Okay, now limit h tends to 0, what we will write? This will be under root 1 plus bh minus 1 by h. Now we will rationalize it. Okay, so we get under root 1 plus bh plus 1 and divided by 1 plus bh plus 1 limit h tends to 0. This is a minus b, this is a plus b, so we write what? A square minus b square. Okay, so write a plus bh and minus 1 and we get in the denominator h under bracket 1 plus bh plus 1. Okay, now what we will do? This minus 1 plus 1 will reduce. Now we get limit h tends to 0 bh by h under bracket 1 plus ph plus 1. Now here h and h will reduce again, so we write limit h tends to 0, it will be b by under root 1 plus bh plus 1. Now we put our limit, we get what? b by under root 1 plus 0 plus 1, it will be b by 2. So our right hand limit is what? Our right hand limit is b by 2 and left hand limit is a plus 3. Now we will find the value of the function. So the value of the function at x is equal to 0 will be what? Which is given to us, which is equal to 2. Now these three value, because our function is continuous function, so we will, what we will do? If the function is continuous function, then our left hand limit, right hand limit and value of the function at that point will be equal. So we will equate these three up and we will find our a and b. So let's see. Since function is continuous, so left hand limit is equal to right hand limit is equal to value of function. So we write a plus 3 is equal to b by 2 is equal to 2. Now when we will equate this, we write what? Take this and this. So we write b by 2 is equal to 2. This implies b is equal to 4. Now our a will be what? Now we equate this. A plus 3 is equal to 4 by 2. So a, it will be what? 2 is minus 3 and it will be minus 1. So a is minus 1 and b is 4. In this way we can find our result. Now we will see some other questions. Taking another question. Sin y is equal to x sin a plus y, then prove that dy by dx is equal to sin square a plus y divided by sin a. So first this we write x is equal to sin y by sin a plus y. Now differentiate this with respect to x. We get differentiation of x is equal to, here we apply the quotient rule, so we write d differentiation of n, so we write cos y and dy by dx minus n differentiation of d, so it will be cos a plus y and dy by dx divided by d whole square. Okay, now differentiation of x is 1, we write sin a plus y cos y minus cos a plus y sin y and dy by dx, and this is sin square a plus y. Now this is what sin a cos b minus cos a sin b. This is the formula of sin a minus b. So we write sin a minus b, and this is dy by dx, and this is sin square a plus y. So send this to the right hand side, so we get this will be cancelled, and dy by dx sin a is equal to sin square a plus y, and dy by dx will be what? Sin square a plus y divided by sin a. In this way we can do this. Okay, so first our function is sin y is equal to x sin a plus y, then we have to show that dy by dx is equal to sin square a plus y divided by sin a. We have to prove this. So what we have done, we have taken this, first we have changed, we have write this in the form of x is equal to sin y by sin a plus y. We have sent this in the denominator, and differentiating with respect to x this function, so left hand side will be differentiation of x and right hand side will be what? This is the function of y. So we apply here quotient rule, d differentiation of n, so the differentiation of sin y will be cos y. Actually we are differentiating with respect to x, so we will take dy by dx minus n differentiation of d, we write cos a plus y, and this is again the function of y, and we are differentiating with respect to x, so we write dy by dx and divided by sin square a plus y. So we are taking dy by dx outside, we get sin a plus y cos y minus cos a plus y sin y. So this is the identity of sin a cos b minus cos a sin b. The identity will be sin a minus b, or y and y we will use. We get sin square, and this will be dy by dx, and here sin square a plus y. Send this to the right hand side. Okay, we get sin square a plus y, and this is sin a dy by dx, which is in the left hand side. So our dy by dx will be what? Sin square a plus y divided by sin a. In this way, which we have to prove that in this way we can prove that this dy by dx is equal to sin square a plus y and divided by sin a. I hope you understand, no doubt in this question. So now we will see some other question in the next class. Thank you.